Perverse was a very difficult album to make. There was an element of having a lot of pressure after the success of Doubt pretty much everywhere around the world. And I think that no one could possibly ignore that. No one with half a mind could have in the back of their mind this thought, well, you know, everyone's going to expect I love it right here, right now, or maybe it will do it, maybe it won't. Music, I mean, particularly our music, I think, always does reflect what's happening around us. The Right Decision is one of my favourite songs on the album because it's managed to capture a lot of my sort of philosophies on life, that life is full of contradictions and really the only thing to do is reconcile yourself with that fact. You can sort of say, you know, we desperately want to be an alternative band. We're going to be completely different to everybody else and overthrow this sort of the corporate rock thing. And then as soon as you start having success, as soon as you start getting anywhere towards that goal, you suddenly realise that the carpet's being pulled out from underneath your feet, and you're actually put in the same class as the people who are trying to overthrow, or the things you're trying to overthrow. People still considered Jesus Jones to be a brash, hyper-confident, breezy, jolly pop band with the release of our second album. You know, because of our singles, things like Real and International Bright Young Thing. It's a sort of air of what is it? I suppose superficial jollity. People didn't really stop to wonder why the album's called Doubt. Even in a very small way, you see that technology is such a huge part of our society. You know, using credit cards, using phones, elevators, you know, the way planes are navigated, the way subway systems are sort of organised. Rock music has so far shied away from using the technology that dance music has brought to the fore, and that for me is one of its problems. It becomes set in this sort of 1960s framework. I think Zeros and Ones is probably a crucial song for Perverse. The theme for the album was to just show this technology is part of us, and this technology is no longer a thing to jump up and down about and say, hey, we're using this technology. I mean, in a way, the Kraftwerk approach, here's the restrictions of technology. There's a case of it's omnipresent, it's incredibly flexible, and it's out to get you. I found that when I was writing the album, I got to a point where I was thinking, nothing I've done is of any worth, nothing I ever will do is of any worth. What am I going to do about it? Well, I can't do anything about it because nothing I do is of any worth. And this is a horrible cyclical argument that goes round and round, and ultimately you just end up sitting there with this idiot stare. The heaviest song on Perverse would have to be Idiot Stare. The Idiot Stare is referring to the sort of that complete and total apathy that that you feel when you get into like really very sort of serious depression. It's a very, very powerful piece of music, a music that's very strongly rooted in sort of the melancholia, firstly, that techno has, because it often uses a sort of the same oriental scales of Middle Eastern music. The whole song is very melancholic, and then beyond that some. I can definitely see something like Idiot Stare, if not one of the singles of this album, coming to represent Jesus Jones at a certain period in time.
I don't know if I care.
Get a Good Thing is as simple and as straightforward as the title, the chorus suggests. You've got to get a good thing when you see it. There's really nothing else beyond that. Lighter song on Perverse is almost certainly Get a Good Thing, I'd say. You know, it is flippant, it's brash, it has a sort of youthful energy, and it whizzes by and then it's gone. And after a while, you just want something that really is that's simple, that's straightforward, nothing that really demands too much of you, something that goes by in a flash and is hugely enjoyable as it goes by like that. By having a bright and breezy bit of pop music with a lyric that does have something to say, even if occasionally it has some sort of humorous quirks in it. I think that's a very effective way of getting a message across for anyone who wants to hear a message in it. As soon as you achieve any success, you do want more. It is incredibly addictive. I think also, you know, like when, for example, we came out with Liquidizer, the goals were pretty straightforward. We'd like to get an album that got into the charts. But as you do start achieving success, you set up a new goal, and basically what it is, it always means you want bigger and better. The Devil You Know is it's one of my little themes I tend to sort of hark on about. It's the fact that nostalgia is such a large part of our society. There's so much of this nostalgia going around, it's very difficult to see anything else but that. And it will encourage like a generation of people to stick with exactly the same things as their parents and their parents before knew. It's really the enemy of progress, nostalgia. You start getting retrogressive with sciences, as we are doing with arts, then we completely ruin all the progress mankind has made in thousands of years. One of the things that Jesus Jones, I think, have a good reputation for is being a good live band. I never sacrifice that by the use of technology. I'll still be standing there holding a guitar, which I think is the ultimate rock instrument, but sometimes the sounds coming out of that guitar, sometimes the sounds I make won't be archetypal guitar sounds. I mean, for example, with Devil You Know, we found when we came to reinterpret it by having recorded it in such a unique way, or such an individual way, it was actually easier for Ian to play the guitar parts on his keyboard and me to play the keyboard parts on my guitar. I've struggled for years now, actually, to make Jesus Jones not be perceived as a one-dimensional thing, because it's a criticism we often had, and it was nothing very personal. There was no soul to Jesus Jones, which I always thought was totally odd, and I set about trying to make extremely obvious. It seems to me that the rock music is going in this very unnatural sort of way. It reflected society. But now it seems to sort of be going in this totally retrogressive way, like sort of 70s guitar rock. My view on the influence of Jesus Jones, whether it's anything as large as society, which I would tend to argue, or even it's something as small as pop music, is tempered by the fact that I live in a country where the British music press tends to denigrate us a lot. And in a way, I think that's quite good, because it does breed the sort of modesty that I think stops you from turning into an inhuman idiot pop star. Having made this many albums and this many singles, the band are judged on two things. The band are judged by their singles and by their press. It is important that I think music is made for a reason, that it has a reason for existing, and it has something that marks it out as something different, because it is an incredibly exciting art form. It's a fantastic way of expressing emotion in a way that many people understand and relate. There are great things about a live rock band being on stage, things that I would never want to sacrifice. You know, I'd always want a live drum kit behind me, just because certainly when you stand on the stage, the amount of air that it pushes around your ears, you know, is phenomenal. It's very exciting to see 5 people making music in the way that rock bands always have done, and I'd hope that we never lose that, you know, because it is such an essential part of rock music. And whilst I do have a lot of the big problems with rock music, it's still particularly good at being incredibly exciting in a live situation. I think, environmental issues is something that I've covered on the album as well, and I think that they're no longer quite as fashionable as they were a couple of years ago, and in a way that's depressing too. Environmental things become fashionable and going out of fashion. I'd like to think that Jesus Jones actually have a number of things to say on a number of different subjects, and in that way, because there's a sort of diversity of thought that isn't coming from one particular angle. There isn't one particular song. It is a charmed life being in a band, and really, what you get out of it is what you put into it. I mean, I find that I'm a person who gets very little free time anyway, and as a result, when I go on tour, life becomes so much easier, it becomes so much enjoyable.